Well, my week has been absolutely insane recently, and I'm going to go through every little bit of it because I don't think I've really talked about it much because this week has been so hectic and I'm like emotionally and physically drained. Today's kind of the first day I'm catching up with it because I literally haven't been in the shop all week this week. So let me break it down for you. Firstly, we took my Nova to Tennessee Coachworks, my buddy's shop, Sean. Really cool guy. He was helping us put a roll bar in my Nova, and you'll see that in a future video on YouTube very soon, so check that out. But on the way there, the dually decided to blow a transmission cooler line. It started leaking really bad. The white smoke come out that side of the car. Pull over. I was starting to work on it, change out hose clamps, and while I did that, it blew transmission fluid all over my face. That was awesome. But after that, we got that fixed. Got back to the road. It's been totally fine since. Aside from yesterday, it threw transmission shift codes and a torque converter lockup, like electrical output code. So I probably have to do a harness, like the inside transmission harness, which will be really fun. Sunday, that is my wife's 2005 Avalanche. She was driving it up to one of the one of the parks up here. And on the way back down, there was a pretty steep hill. And it decided to break one of the brake lines, and come to find out the brake lines on that are pretty rusty. They're not very clean, and it rusted out and blew out the brake line. So thankfully she got the truck stopped. Pretty sketchy. It's like right in the middle of the truck, which is awesome. So I got to fix those today actually. Then on Monday, because then she didn't have a mode of transportation, she rode in my S10 to work. I dropped her off. I was talking with her for a little bit. I went to leave. Truck wouldn't start. So my mom ended up having to drive me back here because it was literally just like nothing. There was no power anywhere. Wasn't the alternator, wasn't anything like that. It just said no. So we had it towed home. I went to work. I took our Yukon, the tried and true 300,000 mile, 96 Yukon. It did fine, obviously. Come to find out, it was the connector that mounts the battery cable to the battery. So it's one of those that like sandwiches the wire, and it was loose. So I had to fix that. So that was fun. I fixed that one today. We have new brake lines coming for that today. I'm going to work on it, so I got to get the shop cleaned out a little bit on this bay. I'm going to clean up a little bit more, roll that thing in here. I get to do brake lines, which is oh so much fun. The last kicker is my wife's 67 Camaro, because the Avalanche didn't want to run. I think it was Sunday. I think we were going to go take it somewhere after, I think it was Sunday. I don't remember. It was one of the days during the week. We went to go take the Camaro somewhere, and it's leaking fuel out of the top of the tank, so I got to replace the fuel cylinder. Yeah. It's always something. Old cars are always fun, and that's why you have to have like 12 of them. Because if you rely on them, they're bound to fail at some point, and it's always little things. It's just, you got to go